So I just got home from work today and took a look at my sprouts that I'm experimenting with. Um, and I don't know, it's like I feel like a kid because I haven't really gone too far into this kind of stuff. So I'm a little bit in that discovery mode of, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. So this is the third day that I've started with my little seedlings and whatnot that I got from I got these seeds from Whole Foods from their bulk aisle. So you could get like cinnamon or oregano in these big giant bins, and you can also get you can get a lot of seeds in this way. And for me, I was able to get like 7 different varieties of seeds, or so I'm guessing they're seeds, because I'm still kind of new to this and I'm not sure what's what. Um, so let me just show you pretty quick what I'm talking about. So here's my seeds, and I planted them in little rows. And so just a quick note, this row on the end, that's not seeds. I kind of knew it when I was planting them. I plant them anyway, hoping maybe something was in there, but I don't see anything that looks like a seed in there. So that's dill weed, and that's not gonna nothing's gonna happen with that. I have cumin, which is this next row. I don't know if anything's really sprouting. I don't really see anything just yet. Then I have amaranth, which is a lot of tiny little seeds there. There's like tons and tons. I wasn't sure if it was actually gonna do anything, because I thought maybe that was the one that said that it was the germ, and I thought maybe that's the internals of the seed. But it's actually sprouting. I have the white quinoa, which is this row right here, and those have long sprouts on them. They got big giant roots. And then the next row is the gold flax right here. So that's gonna they're starting to sprout a little bit. I didn't see as much activity yesterday. And then the last row is the barley, and that's kind of sprouting a little bit. I get the impression that they might need a little bit more water, and maybe I should cover them. Yeah, so basically I saw on YouTube, what was it? It was, so there's two kind of YouTube things going on here. The first you can see is the seed planter of what I'm using to grow these out of. And what it is it's just a salad container with a paper towel. I just cut 2 long cuts into the lid of the seed container and kind of like braided or cross-thatched a paper towel between those 2 long slits. And then the paper towel is actually hanging on both sides into the water. So you can see it right there. And so you can see the paper towel a little bit coming down. And then they just sit there on the paper towel. Now, that was found by a channel called Minigrow, and it's called How to Grow Microgreens Inexpensively at Home. And there's like, I think it was 2, maybe 3 videos, because he goes step by step through a lot of the things of how you put things together. I think the first one is just saying, here's the container and this is how to cut it. The next one's like what to do with your seeds. I think there might be another one if how to harvest your microgreens. I don't know if these are quality enough for microgreens, but it's a fun project to do. And then the other thing was buying the seeds. So I bought the seeds from Whole Foods, and I was watching a video by Kang Star entitled "Where to Buy Seeds for Microgreens and Sprouts for Cheap!" exclamation mark. So thank you, Kang Star and Minigrow channel. Kickstarter pretty much said you could go to seeds, go to various stores and get some seeds. Um, a lot of these like Indian little stores, like tiny mom and pop shops, they'll often have something that's more like in the spice aisle, or just I guess like bulk bins, like Whole Foods did. But in the end, he was saying Whole Foods is the only one to be non-GMO. So all the other ones that he was mentioning seem to be a toss-up with no guarantees. I would hope it's written on the packaging. I would think anybody who is non-GMO would actually want to advertise that fact, that is the case. I think there's an issue with Whole Foods about bleaching seeds. I don't know too much about what's going on there, and that goes along with sprouting. So it might be that these seeds that I have aren't bleached because they're not intended for sprouting. So I'm just playing around, seeing what I can get out of it, what grows, what seeds are appropriate, and then figure out what am I doing wrong. Because usually I do something wrong the first time around, and I'll start out small and then figure out, oh, like the dill weed. Who in their right mind plants dill weed? I feel like a fool, you know? So that's a mistake, and it's like I already learned from the mistake before I even put it down in there, and I did it anyway. Who knows why? So yeah, and then the other thing that I'm working on is, well, I got this thing. It was like 2013, I think. I did a Kickstarter for Click and Grow with a let's see, it was Click and Grow, and it was called the Smart Herb Garden, and it was funded in April 2013. So there were some problems with the seeds. Well, let me just say this. This is a product. I hadn't seen this before. It was advertised with a light that's timed that goes on and off to mimic the daylight. And there's water, so you don't have to remember to water it every day. The plants just gradually suck up the water. And they were advertising it as a very easy solution to grow herbs in your own kitchen. You know, if you have a black thumb and you tend to kill plants no matter what, this is supposed to help you out. This is for you. Or so it was advertised. Guess who destroyed their plants? Me! So what I had done was I had cats. And I had forgotten about this until I started asking somebody else about what their opinion was on growing herbs and such. But when they told me about their cats, it reminded me I put my grow garden in a back room. And for some reason I was thinking it was for the sunlight. But I already had sunlight in my living room, so why didn't I do it there? The reason being is I had cats. And cats make your life a little bit interesting, and they limit you in what you can do around your own place of living. So my garden ended up being in a back room that did not get much attention, so out of sight, out of mind. And you know, the plants did grow good, or very well. I'm not sure English is right. But I kept having problems where I'd run out of water. And when you run out of water, its alert system is to flash SOS in Morse code. So that got to be very annoying because I didn't want to flash SOS to my neighbors. And you know, I eventually just unplugged the thing since it was by the light, and I would try and remember to fill it. But the things pretty much got out of hand, didn't get attention, and I never really did harvest. So I am with full intent on trying to raise these things and harvest them. So I've got basil, thyme, and lemon balm. So I'm really interested in you know, if they taste well, and they are old seeds. First, I was starting to get into is the Kickstarter went through, it got funded, and then there were delays. And there was a delay with one of their machines and how they did the glue with the seeds, and they sent me a message saying, hey, if you're willing to wait, I'm not sure if it was just they'd be happy, or there was something about if I would be patient enough to wait until a certain time, because I think it was actually delayed enough that it was actually going to come after Christmas if I waited too long. So I said, okay, I'll wait. I want the seeds to be fine. When this thing came, I actually got 6 pods instead of the 3 that I actually pledged for. And I only planted the first 3 that I wasn't too sure about what they were. It was like rocket lettuce, mini tomato, and something else. And I killed those. Going to plan. So now I have the 3 that I was fairly familiar with, and so this time it's right here in my kitchen. I see it every single day. That thing's not going anywhere. 2, I don't have pets anymore, so I don't have to worry about anything else getting in the way. 3, I don't know. 3 is whatever you want it to be. So yeah, I'm trying out the whole herb planting garden thing. It's actually one of my New Year's resolution that I want to plant something to harvest. And I was thinking I'd have to wait until like what is it? I was thinking I had to wait for spring or summer, or I'd have to move or something, because I don't have the space. I don't have land to plant on. My deck outside actually faces north, and the window I have that faces south is in a long, you have to go down a long corridor before you get to my door with the window over top of it. So I'm not really in the ideal environment to raise a plant in the outdoors or a windowsill. But I do have a growing light. And interesting enough, I'm seeing a lot of this stuff on the internet now. A lot of companies are selling, like, I think it's like the Airflow or the AeroGarden or something. So it seems like it's really taking off. So yeah, that's my little experiment in a nutshell. What I do is, from what I hear, is the seeds don't like light and they need ventilation. So you can see my seeds are right next to this light here, and there's you know, I can ventilate it. What I do is I put this aluminum foil to help block out the light, and set it like so. And then I'll take this off, and like I'll take a Christmas card and I'll just kind of blow air. I'm hoping that's good enough. As I said, I feel like I'm kind of like in a clueless aspect of this, but I'm just playing around, you know. It's that mode of discovery that I like, that I very much enjoy. I feel like kind of like a kid's trying to discover things, and I'm trying to discover things, and it's all new and fresh, and I'm like 41 years old. So I've always had that, you know, discovery mode, that I want to try something out, I want to play with it, figure out how it works, or, you know. So yeah, do you have a grow garden or sprouts or something set up at home on your countertop? Am I doing something wrong? Am I doing something right? That would be awesome. Do you have one of these? Have you seen these other videos? Have you tried them, or what do you do? I had a friend tell me they found seeds at a dollar store for $4. I don't know if they're GMO free, but who knows? It might be something to check out. You know, so give me a hello, leave a comment, or just go to another video. There's lots of videos out there that are much better on this subject, so this subject is just my own experience. Bye.